All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Yankees Recap. This is where we recap all the latest news, updates, and everything going on in the Yankees community. We got some very, very interesting stuff to go over today. But before we do, please do me a favor and drop a like on this video. It does help out a great deal, not only for the video's sake, but the channel overall. And I myself, I would just really appreciate it. So thank you in advance for that. But without further ado, let's dive into our first topic, which is one that will certainly be pretty polarizing. And that is that the Yankees are aggressively pursuing an alternate uniform with Nike. Now, obviously, this isn't confirmed, but it was reported in an article by ESPN about how more and more teams are open to participating in MLB's City Connect jerseys, including the Yankees. But what was also reported in the article is that the Yankees could soon be adding a regular alternate to their very classic and historical, but very minimal rotation of uniforms. Now, if you guys don't know, most of you probably do, but I'm a traditionalist. I like the clean shave policy. I'm not a huge fan of bat flips unless it's like the postseason or a big moment in the bottom of the ninth inning, for example. I like everything that the Yankees represent, which is history and class. For a young kid, and I've been called this before, and I don't deny, I do have some boomer tendencies. Like I said, I don't like bat flips. I'm not one of those modern, classic 21-year-old fans that you might expect me to be. But I gotta say, I love the idea of an alternate uniform, at least if it's done right. Now, I have a couple things that I have in mind. For starters, whatever you come up with, do not wear it at home. I think till the end of time, what should be worn at Yankee Stadium is the Yankees pinstripes. Don't change anything about that. I will actually be pretty disappointed if there's ever a game at home the Yankees aren't. Besides like the special events like Players Weekend and whatnot. Besides those, don't ever wear anything but Yankees pinstripes at Yankee Stadium. What I have in mind is something similar to like their home spring training jersey. I think that, even if you want to go with the bright pants, would look pretty cool. If you want to get really spicy with it, you could probably wear the navy pants on top of that. Which brings me to my next idea, which is something similar to the 2019 Players Weekend jerseys. If you wanted to go with, I doubt they'd go with black, but honestly, like the same color jersey with the same color pants looks way better than I initially thought it was. Remember when these jerseys were first announced in 2019? We all hated them. Like, it seemed like collectively across the league, nobody liked these jerseys. But looking back, probably one of the more fun weeks of Yankees baseball in recent memory, just for the fact, one, the way they played, and two, these uniforms looked so freaking sick. And I would be all about that, even if they wanted to bring back the black. But more realistically, it'll probably be like some variation of the navy blue with the Yankee logo on it. What's up for debate, in my opinion, is what color will the pants be? How hardcore will the Yankees go with this? I'm excited. Let me know. Comment your thoughts down below on, one, would you be for an alternate uniform? And two, if you are, what would you have in mind? Moving on to our next topic, the Yankees now have a brand new #1 prospect, as it's no longer Jasson Dominguez. It is now Anthony Volpe. And he was actually featured on a Yankees Recap a couple of weeks ago. Reason being is he's tearing the cover off the ball this year in the minor leagues. He was their 2019 first-round draft pick, and so far this year, he's hitting .305 with 20 homers, 71 RBIs, and a 1.055 OPS. MLB Pipeline, they just dropped their updated prospect list, and Volpe, he is now ranked the #1 prospect among the Yankees organization, and he's actually skyrocketed to the 15th best prospect in all of baseball. And what makes that even crazier is he didn't even enter the year in the top 100. Now, as for Jasson Dominguez, some people see that he's behind Volpe now as, he's regressed or he's dropped in the list. No, not at all. He's bumped up now to the 17th best prospect in all of baseball, and it's really that Volpe's just taken off. Like, Jasson Dominguez is still very highly regarded, obviously, as he entered the year, I believe, in like the 30s in the top 100 prospect list. Now he's up to 17. So overall, it's just been a great year for the Yankees farm system, not even just for the top guys, but it seems like you go to any position among any level in the Yankees organization, and you have guys that are having tremendous success, both offensively and defensively, and in the pitching department as well. So we're looking at 2021 is turning into a really good year for the Yankees, at least as of right now on August 21st. Moving on to our third topic, and let's give some love to Nestor Cortes. I'm thinking he's on his way to a postseason start. Now, of course, he's been one of the rocks of the Yankees rotation. As a starter this season, he owns a 2.7 ERA in 7 games over 37 innings, and the Yankees have won 6 out of the 7 games that he started. He's been unreal. I was actually at the game on Friday, which he pitched through 7 innings, only allowed 2 runs. He's legitimately turned himself into a core piece of this Yankees starting rotation, which that's why I'm wondering, will he get, obviously he'll get postseason innings, but will he get a postseason start? Now, we're going into the postseason this year, at least, assuming there's no crazy setbacks or injuries, knock on wood. Our pitching depth is crazy, but right now, here's what I have lined up for a potential rotation for the ALDS. I got Garrett Cole, obviously, in Game 1, then followed by James and Tyone in Game 2, Jordan Montgomery in Game 3. In Game 4, that's where it gets pretty interesting because, I don't want to rely on Corey Kluber just yet. He's still making rehab starts, but, if he comes back and he's healthy, odds are, and if he looks good, he's going to get a postseason start, as you'd expect. But if not, if you're having Cole, Tyone, Monty in the first 3 games, Game 4, I'm thinking very well you could be giving the ball to Nestor Cortes. Now, how deep would Nestor go in that game? I'm not exactly sure. I could see them doing something where, like, Nestor is the opener, like a deep opener, and then he hands the ball off to Luis Gil, who's had tremendous success so far, and historical success for that matter. So, yeah, that's just something to keep in mind. But as of right now, I would bank on Nestor Cortes getting a start in the postseason. Moving on to our 4th and final topic, just kind of a combination of topics here. The Yankees, of course, are now on a 9-game winning streak, pushing them to 20 games over 500, which that is just insane considering like a month and a half ago we were like struggling to stay above 500. But yeah, now 20 games over 500. We hold the first AL wildcard spot. We're now a game and a half over Boston, and we're just 4 games behind the Tampa Bay Rays. So it is certainly an AL East battle now. And once again, as I've been saying this entire time, it's going to come down to the wire. Our final 3 games of the year are against the Rays in Yankee Stadium. So that's going to be dope. I'm really pumped for that. Some other things, some injury updates. Gio Urshela, he should be playing in rehab games within the next couple days. Domingo Germán, he'll be throwing a bullpen soon. And as for Gleyber Torres, he is taking ground balls and some dry swings. He's taking things a little bit slower. I believe his injury is kind of considered the most serious out of all of them. I wouldn't expect his return until September, but at this rate, all that really matters is that he's healthy for the postseason. But yeah, that's going to do it for this Yankees recap. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I will probably come back on either Tuesday or Wednesday to do another one of these. And yeah, drop a like on the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you are new, and I'll see you guys next time. Let's go Yankees.